The door slammed shut behind him so hard the walls seemed to shudder. Wait, no, no, no. Ethan spun around and grabbed the handle, twisting it violently. It wouldn't budge. He yanked harder, shoulders slamming into the wood, breath already uneven. The hallway behind him stretched too long, too narrow, like it had quietly expanded the moment he stopped looking at it. I just walked through here, he muttered under his breath, his voice thin, almost swallowed by the silence. This doesn't make any sense. Something creaked above him, not the soft settling of an old house. No, this was deliberate, measured, like footsteps. He froze. The staircase ahead led upward into darkness, except he remembered. He was certain. That staircase didn't exist 5 minutes ago. I'm not doing this, Ethan said quickly, backing away. I'm not. This is just stress. Just a stupid house. But the house didn't feel stupid. It felt aware. 3 days earlier, Ethan had laughed when he first saw the letter. A mansion, he scoffed, tossing it onto his cluttered desk. From who? Some long-lost millionaire uncle. His friend Daniel leaned over his shoulder. Bro, you're broke. Don't question miracles. Ethan picked it up again, reading slowly this time. A distant relative he'd never met had died, leaving him property. No conditions. No explanation. Just an address. I'm telling you, this is how horror movies start, Daniel said, half joking. Ethan smirked. Good thing I don't believe in that stuff. The first time he saw the house, his confidence cracked. It stood too tall, too complex. Windows placed where they shouldn't be, angles that didn't align. It looked like someone had built it, then kept building without ever stopping to plan. Okay, he whispered, stepping out of the car. That's weird. The front door creaked open before he even touched it. Inside, the air was thick, like it hadn't moved in years. Hello, he called out, his voice echoing strangely. No answer. He stepped in anyway. Back in the present, Ethan pressed his ear against the sealed door. Hello, he called again, louder now. Is someone there? Silence. Then, faintly, a whisper. Not words. Not exactly. Just the shape of a voice brushing against his mind. He stumbled back. Nope. Nope, I'm done. He turned and rushed down the hallway, choosing the first door he saw. It opened easily, too easily, and he stepped through and found himself back in the same hallway. Ethan blinked. What? He turned around. The door behind him was gone. No, no, no. This isn't possible. His breathing quickened as he walked faster, then faster still, checking every turn, every corner. The layout twisted in ways he couldn't track. Doors opened into walls. Windows revealed other rooms instead of the outside. This has to be some kind of architectural trick, he muttered, though his voice shook. Some kind of maze design. Yeah, that's it. But even as he said it, he knew. This wasn't design. This was something else. Earlier that afternoon, he had found the journals. They were hidden behind a loose panel in a study that took him 20 minutes to find again after he left it. Okay, that's definitely not normal, he said as he pulled the first notebook free. The handwriting inside was frantic. They're following me again. Ethan frowned. Who's they? He flipped through more pages. I can hear them at night. They whisper through the walls. He laughed nervously. All right, someone had a wild imagination. But then, the only way to stay safe is to keep building. Ethan paused. What? He turned the page. If construction stops, they will learn the house. They will find the way out. A chill crawled up his spine. That's not funny. Now, trapped in a shifting maze, those words echoed in his mind. Keep building. That's insane, Ethan said aloud, shaking his head. I'm not. This isn't real. A door appeared at the end of the hallway. He froze. It hadn't been there before. Slowly, cautiously, he approached it. His hand hovered over the handle. Okay, he whispered. Just open it. It's just a door. He turned it. The room inside was small. Border. Except for one thing. A hammer. And a pile of wood. Ethan stared at it. No. He backed away immediately. No. I'm not playing along with this. The door slammed shut behind him. He spun around. And saw it. A figure at the far end of the hallway. Tall. Still. Watching. Ethan's breath caught in his throat. Hello. The figure didn't move. Who are you? He called, louder now. How did you get in here? Silence. Then the figure tilted its head and stepped forward. Ethan ran. He didn't know how long he'd been moving. Minutes? Hours? Time didn't feel real anymore. Stop following me, he shouted, his voice cracking. I didn't do anything. The footsteps behind him didn't stop. They multiplied. One became two. Two became many. They were everywhere now, above him, beside him, inside the walls. Please, Ethan gasped, stumbling into another room. Just leave me alone. The door slammed shut. The footsteps stopped. The silence that followed was worse. Then a voice. Clear this time. You shouldn't have stopped. Ethan turned slowly. The figure stood in the corner of the room now, closer than before. I didn't start anything. Ethan snapped, fear turning into desperation. I just came here because it was mine. The figure took another step. This house protects. From what? Ethan demanded. The figure's voice seemed to come from everywhere at once. From us. Ethan's stomach dropped. What do you mean? Us? The walls began to knock. Soft at first, then louder, then violently. Let us out. Ethan covered his ears. No, stop. Let us out. I don't know how, he shouted. Build. Ethan froze. The word echoed through the room, through his chest, through his thoughts. Finish it, or we all leave. His breathing slowed, but only because the realization hit him all at once. If I don't, he whispered, you'll get out? Silence. Then softly, yes. Ethan looked around the room, at the walls that seemed to pulse with something alive. How many of you are there? He asked. No answer. He swallowed hard. And if I build, you stay trapped. A pause. Then, yes. Ethan laughed, a hollow, broken sound. So that's it? That's the choice? I either trap myself here, or let you out into the world. The walls didn't answer. They didn't need to. He already knew. His eyes drifted to the corner. The hammer was there again, waiting. Weeks later, the house stood just as it always had. Silent. Endless. A young woman approached the front door, a letter clutched in her hand. Inheritance, she murmured, reading it again. This has to be a joke. She knocked. No answer. The door creaked open. Hello, she called, stepping inside. The air was thick. Still. Wrong. Is anyone here? From somewhere deep inside the house. A faint sound. Top, top, top. She frowned. Hello. The tapping continued. Rhythmic. Endless. And far beyond, the twisting hallways and impossible rooms, hidden deep within the living maze. Ethan swung the hammer again, and again, and again. His eyes were hollow now, his movements mechanical. Just a little more, he whispered to himself. Just a little more. The walls creaked. The house shifted, and somewhere in the darkness, something smiled.